For nearly a century, leather was king. But rain was its enemy. A waterlogged ball could gain nearly half a kilo. Unpredictable. Unfair. Then came 2010, the Jabulani, the first World Cup ball that refused to drink. This is not leather. This is not rubber. This is engineered skin. It doesn't just resist water. It commands the air. Each panel weighs exactly 42 grams. Each one is a promise. But before it was a panel, it was this. Millions of tiny stones. It starts in Germany, not in a forest, but inside what forests left behind 300 million years ago. From crude oil, specifically the naphtha fraction, light, sweet, and volatile. Cracking, 850 degrees Celsius. Long hydrocarbon chains break into shorter ones, propylene, ethylene. These gases travel through 80 kilometers of pipe before they even become plastic. In the reactor, they link, end to end, a million molecules becoming one chain. Then comes the urethane bond, the secret. Hard segments give strength. Soft segments give flexibility.
UV stabilizers, antioxidants, processing aids. This is the secret recipe.
Heat, pressure, shear. The ingredients become one, a melt so pure it glows. Cooled, dried, then cut. Each granule is 3 millimeters long, a perfect cylinder. Precision manufacturing, each piece identical. 1 kilogram holds 50,000 granules. 1 football holds exactly 450 grams. Every batch tested. Melt flow rate must be exactly 12 grams per 10 minutes. No exceptions. 500 hours of UV, equivalent to 5 seasons on a pitch. TPU doesn't age. It endures. 25 kilogram bags, each one traceable to its reactor, its date, its tester. Feeling/lesson accountability. Every granule has a story. Here they wait. Temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Humidity 50%. TPU is picky about its rest. 600 kilometers. From Ludwigshafen to the football factory. 10 hours.
Arrival. 1 bag of granules will become 55 footballs. 1 bag holds 2,000 journeys.
These granules look like salt. They feel like smooth pebbles. But in 10 minutes, they'll become the skin of a World Cup ball. I'm here to show you how.
First, drying. TPU absorbs moisture from air. Just 0.03% water will ruin the surface. Blisters. Weak spots. Vacuum conveys them to the injection molding machine. 3 seconds from hopper to barrel. At the throat of the machine, final additives join. Mold release. Color perfection. Anti-static. The hopper holds 50 kilograms, enough for 110 panels. The screw waits below, hungry. The screw turns. 3 zones: feed, compression, metering. Each zone has a job. 180 degrees, 210, 230. The granules soften, melt, then flow like molten honey. The melt front. Solid becomes liquid. Geometry becomes memory. Transformation is beauty, destruction, and rebirth. The screw pulls back. Behind it, melted TPU builds pressure, 1,500 bar, enough to lift a car. Then, release. The melt fills the mold in half a second. Any slower, it cools too fast. Any faster, it burns. The mold is 40 degrees. The melt is 230. The temperature difference is 190 degrees. That shock creates the skin. Then packing pressure forces more material in to compensate for shrinkage. Without it, the panel would have sink marks. Invisible forces, what the viewer can't see matters. Behind the steel, water circulates. 25 seconds. That's all the time cooling takes. Ejector pins push. The panel releases. 42 grams of perfect geometry. Still warm, still soft. For the next 30 seconds, This panel can still be deformed. Then it sets forever. 2 minutes on the rack. Room temperature. The panel remembers its shape now. The injection point, the sprue. Cut flush. No trace left behind.
Smooth is beautiful. Smooth is also slippery. TPU needs texture, not for grip, but for aerodynamics. Feeling/lessen function over form, but form follows function.
The mold itself is textured, laser etched, 2,000 dimples per squared centimeter. Hexagonal packing, the most efficient way to control airflow. Golf balls use it. So do jet wings. 2,000 tons of clamping force. The texture transfers perfectly every time. A microscopic layer of release agent. Without it, the panel welds itself to the steel.
Feel it. You can't see the texture unless you're close. But the air feels it.
A final gloss layer, pure polyurethane, UV cured in 4 seconds. This is what gives the ball its wet look. Now it reflects. Now it shines. Now it looks like a football should.
First test, light transmission. Any void or pinhole showed as a dark spot. This panel passes. Quality as ritual, every panel examined.
10 points measured. Tolerance, plus or minus 0.05 millimeters. That's thinner than a human hair. Shore hardness, 87A. Soft enough to bend, hard enough to keep its shape after 10,000 strikes.
1,000 cycles on the Tabor abraser. Simulates 50 matches on a rough pitch. TPU loses less than 20 milligrams.
Fold it in half. Hold it. Release. No crack. No stress mark. TPU has memory. Color tolerance. Delta E less than 0.5. The human eye can't see the difference. The machine can.
Surface energy must be right. Too low, adhesives won't stick. Too high, dust sticks. This is perfect.
Not every panel passes. Short shots, burns, contamination. They're ground up and become granules again. Cast, stamped, ready. One panel among 6,000 made today.
One shift. 6,000 panels. Each one weighed, measured, tested, and stacked.
Every panel traces back to its granule batch. If something fails on the pitch, we know exactly when and where it was made. Panels rest here for 24 hours. Acclimation, before they meet the bladder, the stitches, the air. Feeling/lessen patience again, even waiting is engineered. 10 panels per tray, 6 trays per box, 100 boxes per pallet. All white, all identical, all waiting.
Now the panels become a ball. But that's another film. For now, they wait.
But one day, a needle will find the valve. Air will rush in. And these panels will become round. First bounce, 1.4 meters. It will bounce that high 10,000 times before it's retired. Boxed, sealed, shipped to a warehouse, a shop, a stadium, a child's hands. Inside, 5,000 white panels. Each one started as crude oil. Each one became geometry. Arrival, the night before the match. The balls sit in the tunnel, waiting. Feeling/lessen destination. Product meets purpose.
And then a child carries it out. 40,000 people watching. The white panel meets the world.
One touch, one pass, one goal. The TPU doesn't feel the pressure. It was born for it.
And when the rain comes, it always comes. The ball doesn't drink. It dances. And when the match ends, someone goes home with it. A ball that started as granules, became a panel, became a memory.
This is not leather. This is not plastic. This is TPU, engineered skin, liquid stone, the white geometry.
Every frame in this video has been transformed through a multi-stage editing process, from GIF conceptualization to VO3 generation. Human creativity leads every step. This channel is dedicated to original AI craftsmanship and follows all to 2026 YouTube